real strudel dough, stretched paper thin by hand, filled with rum-soaked apples, rolled up like egg rolls, and baked until golden, all guided by an AI. And the result?
It's delicious, but...
So Huang and his family got invited to an Oktoberfest party in Laguna Beach. 29 guests, beer, Weisswurst, Brezen, the whole deal. And everyone was asked to bring a snack. Now, Huang and his daughter Amelie moved from Germany to California. So when the German family gets asked to bring something to an Oktoberfest party, you don't show up with a bag of chips. And this is where I come in. Huang has zero professional cooking experience. But what he does have is MasterChef GPT, and together we turn dishes that look like they belong in a Michelin star restaurant into something anyone can pull off. And out of all the options I gave him, this one stood out. Apple Strudel egg rolls with cinnamon whipped cream. Classic German strudel flavors, but shaped into finger food you can grab with one hand at a party. So, let's get it started! We begin with the strudel dough, because that needs time to rest. In the Thermomix bowl, we add flour, an egg, neutral oil, warm water, a splash of vinegar, and a pinch of salt. The vinegar and oil help make the dough flexible so we can stretch it very thin later without tearing it. The machine does the first mix. But the important part happens on the counter. We take the dough out, and now we knead by hand.
Knead by hand for 2 minutes until silky.
Silky dough feels smooth and soft. It does not crack. And when you press it with your finger, it gently springs back. It should not be dry, and it should not glue itself to your hand. Once we reach that point, we divide the dough into 2 pieces and shape smooth balls.
Musst flat into discs.
Was ist das?
Discs sind Scheiben.
To turn the balls into discs, we press them down slightly so they look like thick pancakes. This shape lets them stretch out evenly later. Next, we pour some oil into a bowl and roll each disc in it until it is fully coated. This oil bath looks strange, but it has a clear reason. The oil keeps the surface from drying out and relaxing the gluten, which means later we can stretch the dough paper thin without it snapping back. We wrap each oiled disc in foil. Then we put them into the warm oven where the light is on, but the heat is off. That is our cheap proofing box. While the dough rests, we prepare the filling. We start by peeling and coring the apples. We cut them into small cubes. Smaller pieces roll up better and give us a more even bite in each roll instead of big chunks pushing through the dough. On the stove, we melt butter in a pan, then add sugar and the diced apples. We toss them so every side touches the hot pan. This not only softens the apples, it also caramelizes the sugar and butter, so you get that deep strudel flavor. Now we season. We add cinnamon, maybe a touch of nutmeg, and lemon zest with some lemon juice. The lemon keeps the apples bright and balances the sweetness, so this does not turn into a sugar bomb. Then we stir in rum-soaked raisins. The raisins give little sweet pockets, and the rum adds that classic bakery note you know from German and Austrian desserts. Finally, a splash of cream goes in, so all the sugar, fat and juice turn into a glossy sauce that coats the fruit instead of running everywhere. We cook until the apples are just tender, then transfer the filling to a dish to cool down. This step is important. If we put hot filling onto raw dough, the steam will make the dough soggy and tear while rolling. By now, the dough has rested enough. That is exactly what we want. The oil acts like a built-in non-stick layer while we roll and stretch. We dust the counter and place the first disc down. We roll it out with a rolling pin until it reaches a rough rectangle. Then we switch from rolling to stretching. To stretch strudel dough the classic way, we use the backs of our hands and gently pull from the center outwards. We want to get the dough so thin we can almost see the table pattern underneath. This thinness is what gives those crisp, flaky layers when baked. Once the sheet is thin enough, you can trim the thicker edges with scissors so the border is not bulky. Next, we brush the whole sheet with melted butter. Butter will help the layers crisp up and also add flavor. On top of the butter, we sprinkle breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs soak up any extra liquid from the filling so the dough stays crisp, not soggy on the bottom. Now we cut the big sheet into strips. Each strip will become one roll. On the end of each strip, we place a spoon of the cooled apple mixture. We fold in the sides, then roll it up tight. Just like a spring roll, the seam goes down on the baking tray, so it stays closed while baking. We line up all the rolls on a sheet pan, brush them again with melted butter, as Amelie is doing right now, and finish with a heavy sprinkle of cinnamon sugar. Next up in the oven, we will bake at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes until golden. And it's done. Now for the best part.
Apple Strudel Rolls.
Apple Strudel Rolls.
Und?
Wow. It's delicious, but hot right now.
Hot.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, das ist echt gut.